everyone and welcome to my summer TBR. Everything's lightening up now and we're starting to get into summer, so here are 4 books I want to read during the summer season. The first one I want to mention is Immortal Longings. This is by Chloe Gong and I originally meant to read this one around March for my Shakespeare vlog and just completely and utterly ran out of time to read it then. So what I want to do is try and read this one now during the summer months, because while this doesn't feel like the most summery book of all time, because this is a Antony and Cleopatra retelling if I remember rightly, and there's a lot of like power play, spilled blood and all of this kind of thing and deadly games, it just feels a little bit lighter than some of the other books I've got on my priority list, so it kind of makes me feel like it's a summery book that I want to read during those lighter, warmer months. There's also Mindbreaker. This is by Kate Dillon and it's the sequel to Mindwalker, which was a book that read very much like a Marvel movie, which was great for me because I am obviously a massive Marvel fan, but it was also about corrupt companies, also AIs and all of this kind of thing in this futuristic sci-fi world, and I absolutely adored that first book 2 years ago when I read it. I was desperate for the sequel and then the sequel came out and I didn't read it for like ages because I never bought it. Then I finally got it for Christmas and then when I'm going to read that soon, and then I did not do that. So it's about time I finally actually did it, and I'm giving myself to the end of summer to finally read it, otherwise I'm going to get really annoyed with myself. There is also The Principle of Moments. This one came out last year if I remember rightly. It was one of my most anticipated releases of last year. I then finally bought it last year and then never read it for no apparent reason, so I definitely want to be doing that this year. It's supposed to be a really good mix of time travel and portal fantasy. It's also been described as being a little bit like Darker Shade of Magic, which immediately intrigues me. I saw so many people also actually raving about it last year. It was everywhere, all over Bookstagram when it first came out, and I saw people raving about it, so it's about time I finally jumped on that hype train and see what I think about it myself. Also, I want to read it in the summer months because this book does give me a lot of summer vibes, and once summer's over I do know that I'm going to be going into more spooky scary reads, and this one isn't really giving me that spooky scary vibe, so I do want to be reading it in those summer months when it kind of sort of fits with the season. And then finally there is also Perilous Times, because I've heard Abby of Abbey of Pelennor absolutely raving about this book. It's meant to be a bit of a King Arthur retelling as well that's highly feminist with a lot of dragons and things like this in there, and it's about time I read this one as well. It sounds absolutely incredible, like I'm gonna really enjoy myself, so I really want to get this one read this summer as well. And that is the 4 books I really want to read this summer, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me what book you really want to read this summer, I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a sun emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all my social media if you want to check it out, including to my Bookish Etsy store if you want to treat yourself to something bookish today. Or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But till next time everyone, bye!